All right, this is your market recap for October 30th, 2025. As you can see, today we played pretty bearish, although most of that happened overnight and pre-market. A little bit was done during AM session, but not a whole lot. If we can see here, market opened at a discount. We played bullish, took out right here, which is all-time highs. Zero attempts to seek higher prices from there and fell. So that's what made me feel bearish today. Now, you can see here, huge bearish candle at midnight, nothing until 8 o'clock, another huge bearish candle. And then we kind of consolidated for multiple hours throughout the day until 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., which got that last leg down below these lows. Other than that, nothing really much on the hourly. So let's go down to the 15. You can see here, rallied up, took out this high, zero desire to seek higher prices than that. Came down, tried one more time, failed, didn't even get close, and then we got stuck in this consolidation. Broke out of it at 7:45, came down, market opens, rallies lower, taking out these two lows, well, and this one technically, but it's like barely. If you look at 92.25, the low of this candle is 91.50. So that's what, 3 ticks or 0.75 handles. Yeah, got that ripped down, then we ripped all the way back up, reacted off these 15-minute fair value gaps. This is my trade today. I was trading short, targeting these lows down here, which I'll go over it on the 1 minute time frame, but I was kind of a little unfortunate today. So 15-minute reactions, and then you can see for, well, since here to here, 16 bars times, well, divided by 4 hours. We consolidated for 4 hours. Until 2 o'clock, where we finally decided to come all the way down here, taking out this, well, technically this low, um, and reacting off the middle of that daily fair value gap. Not touching this gap, but still working our way. Well, no, we're not, because we're already back into the range. Um, so I want to say that's as much sell side as we're going to get. But other than these two 15-minute fair value gaps, we have this one assisting us, bearish PM session right there. You can see it reacted off of twice right there. 5 minute time frame. Um, I mean, it looks as easy to trade it as it was. And by that I mean it wasn't, because there was absolutely zero directional movement. I mean, we had opened, immediate leg down, immediate leg up, allows you to enter, and then it just messes around 4 hours, and then it finally goes at 2. Um, Nothing really on the 5 minute that could be of any help here. No inefficiencies here that could have played. We had this inverse 5 minute here, but again, it was just holding us down. There's no really expansive move, so all of these inefficiencies within here, in my mind, are kind of just, they're just there, right? They're not helpful in any way. Because if the market doesn't want to move, even if everything is present for it to move, it will not move. And that is a prime example of today. So again, lower time from SMT of these highs, market opens, rips down, immediately rips back up. 15-minute fair value gap is holding price nicely. This was telling me, okay, this aligning with higher time frame is telling me short. SMT of these highs got me in here at this line. This was what my trade looked like. I was there, stop up here, profit one here, profit final is down here, which if I held it the entire day, I would have finally gotten my 1 to 5 after 300 minutes or 5 hours. I am really, in all honesty, just not doing that. So, what did I do? Right, so I mentioned why I took the trade. 15-minute bearish higher time frame, lower time from SMT here. Change in the state of delivery on the 15-second was that entry. We came down here. This right here is that 5-minute fair value gap high, right? This fair value gap. If price tapped it and wanted to continue bullish, I'd be out at break even. Now on this, we we're moving pretty well. Hit break even, and then we consolidated, right? We got stuck, went all the way back up. This is where my break even was. This is where I got taken out. You see how tiny that wick is up there, right? I got taken out at 117.75. That was where I moved my stop to break even. The high of this is 118.50. 3 ticks stopped me out. 3. Then we go hit my first profit. Mess around, of course, because it's the markets recently. We're going to mess around. One more move, boom, profit 2. And then if we zoom out and ignore all this mess, boom, final profits. Although, in all honesty, this was an SMT on between ES and NQ, so my stop at this point would have came up to here, so I would have gotten stopped out there. But even so, this much drawdown I incurred because price just didn't hit my profit. And am I mad about it? No, I've been trading relatively well, so I'm not too worried about my account being in drawdown. It's just kind of frustrating trading with price as it is. I mean, we're at like a 1 to 5, 1 to 1.5, 1 to 1.6, and the price comes all the way back. I kept my um, stop where it was because it was significantly above constant encroachment of this fair value gap, but price wanted to go up there, so it did. Right? Can't really do much else other than that. Just need to wait for 1, the government to sort its stuff out, and 2, for markets just to behave. Right? Another SMT. These highs, I don't really consider it too powerful, just because of this price action. Sure, it pushed us down, but we didn't take out this low, so what's it really doing? Possible trade that could have been taken. 150 to 210 macro, lower time frame SMT short. Now the reason why this is not a trade, at least for me, is because there's no higher time frame bias, right? We're quite literally stuck in this range. We have zero proof that we are going to break out of this range anytime soon. And there's no array to base us playing bearish from here. All we have is this SMT and the time, and that's just not enough for me. So nothing there, but it does end up coming down here and taking out AM sessions low, which was the target for the day, and then boom, straight back up after market closed, back into this lovely range here. Higher time frame, tomorrow being Friday, once again having no news. If we continue playing bullish, looking for that 20 to 30% retrace of the weekly range. However, I think an expansion up to there is going to be doubtful, but it's never out of the question. So, hourly time frame, we're going to need an expansion above this mess to even think about coming down there. But I really don't expect much out of Friday. The biggest day we had in total volume was today, but that's the market moved in 3, well, I'll give it 4 hours. We had midnight, consolidation, 8 o'clock, consolidation, 2 and 3. So, I mean, it kind of just got to get lucky at this point, in all honesty. You can be right in your direction, but the market's going to fuck around and stop you out. And that just happens, right? That's what happens when we're in an unstable environment, macro environment, that is. So yeah, what am I looking for tomorrow? Depends what I see. If market goes up from here, I'm going to look for a retrace for that TGIF 20 to 30%. If we stay here, if we stay within this fair value gap, then I'm going to play short. But right, that might not happen. We might get stuck in this range over here, and I would not be surprised if that happened. So this has been your market recap for October 30th, 2025.